Hey, in this tutorial I want to be doing this subsidiary ICT database number that appeared in Wakissha paper 2 2024. Now this was the database number in Wakissha paper 2 2024. It's like this. Database, use the tables below to answer questions that follow. This was table 1 and this was table 2, owner table. Table 1 was house table, then table 2 is owner table. In other words, this database in paper 2 Wakissha 2024 subsidiary ICT was a relational database, unlike that one that appeared in paper 3, which was just a flat file. Now in this database here, this was required. The student was required to design both tables, populate data in both tables, and attempt the questions as follows. And I want to do it from this folder here. I'll use this folder of S6 Wakissha paper 2. Okay, then I open this folder, put my access there. I can rename my access database paper 2. Okay, then I open it. I don't tamper with the extension. Click at enable content and then create, and then head to table design. I don't click at table, I click at table design. Now, table design, I'm going to design both tables quickly. Now, this is my first table, this one here. It is called house table with its fields. It's having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields. I'm going to first design this one. Now, back to my database. The first field is house. House reference, okay. The second is house type. Third is price. The fourth is area, and there is beds, garage. I think the table is about houses, and then the comment of the house. Okay, now those are the fields in the table, but the moment you design the fields, you head to the primary key. If you look at this table here, the primary key is suitable with house reference. Why house reference? Is because the house reference is not a repetition in any record, but the rest could be a repetition, unlike house reference. So I could make house reference a primary key, then I could give them appropriate data type. House reference was number, house type was look at house type. House type is suitable to be a lookup wizard, plus area can also be a lookup wizard. Okay, back to my database. House type is a lookup wizard. I will type the next. Then I type the items. There is DH6, then there is AA3, and there is DH7, and TH5. Yes, next, finish. Then price is just a currency. Is a currency with a comma and without a decimal, so I can choose it within this. It's standard. I just remove the decimals. I put there 0. Then area is also a lookup wizard. Area lookup wizard. I will type. Then there is rich. There is brill. rich brill, then tile. Those are the areas. Then next, finish. Now I'm using a wizard because the wizard saves time. You only select instead of typing, and we've not yet been specified on which data types we are to use, and that's why I'm using the appropriate data types. Then beds, those are numbers. Garage, number. And comment, text. Okay, I save this as house table. I'm saving it as house table, then okay, then close. So because even here it's renamed as house table, a learner should keep in mind the renaming according to the paper they are doing. Now I've designed this first table already. Let me go to the second table, this table here, before I kick off with the questions. Now if I open this, I've not yet populated data, that's why it is empty. I want to create another table. This other table is having the following fields. This one I displayed here, that table. It's called owner table. So I want to design it. The first field is name. The second field is address. In most cases, name. The name field could generate a message, but you just have to click OK so that you continue. Why? Because a name field is one of the most common fields in database. That's why that message is generated. House, ref, without a full stop. I don't put a full stop because a full stop could generate some error. Then comments. Again, in this table, after typing my fields, there are 4 fields in the table, I look for an appropriate field that can have a primary key. Now if I look at this table here, people can share names, people can share addresses, people can share comments, but people cannot share house references. So house reference is suitable for the primary key. Name is text, address is text, house reference is a number, and comments is text. I save the table as owner table. Maybe this table belongs to the owner, to the landlord. Click OK and conclude with the second table you've designed. Now having designed the 2 tables, in this case I'm not going to jump to the form straight away before entering my data into the table. Why? Because I could create confusion within the 2 tables. I'm having 2 tables now, and I have a primary key in one table and a primary key in another table. I have foreign keys, etc. So I'm going to do it the normal way. I'm going to open house table, then I type some content there, then I'll open owner table. I also type some content there. This was 32,140. The house type is DH6. I select it here. The price is 129,950. Area. Now you see that the house is generating $1, which I don't want. I'll deal with that. Area is rich. The beds are 4. Garage is 1. And comment is easy to reach. Okay, now I don't want this dollar price because even in my table there is nothing like $1, and if I generate $1 here, this could not be right. Right click at this, go back to design view, select price, click at currency, then give it a standard one and save. Go back to the table, open, works. Next field is 34612. I select with the lookup wizard. This is AA3. The amount is 9300. Okay. This is rich. The beds. The beds are 2, garage 1. Comment is spacious RM. Spacious RM. And another record number 33547 DH7, and price 53950. The area, it's real. The beds 3, and this is 1. This is end terrace. The comment. Okay. Then next is 36725. 36725. The house type is DH7. This is 127,950. The area, grill, beds, 5, then garage 2. Comment, ground floor goods. Okay, then this 37865. The house type is TH5, and amount is 149,950. The area is tile. The beds 4. This is 1. Then glazed. Then the last one is 37896. Then DH7. You see how the lookup wizard makes the filling in of data easy, because you're just selecting instead of typing. This is rich. This one is 6. Then 2. And lastly, store yed. Okay, now this is it, and there's a slight mistake here at number 33547. It ends with 8. It ends with 8 here, so just change this 35478. Okay, so if I save this, it means my table already has data. Now if some of the common mistakes made here is learners always type field per field instead of typing at least a row at a time. You type a row at a time. Why? If you type a row at a time, chances are low for you to make a mistake. But whenever you type a field, you could make a mistake somewhere. So it's better to type a row. And of course, a row is even identifying a person. So you type a row, you type someone's data in a row first, then you head to another row. Okay, so this table is filled with data. I click at save. I open another table, owner's table. I also fill it with data. So this part I'm doing is so important, because you see these questions of filling in data, then data types, saving the tables, as they occupy a lot of scores or marks. This one has 8, primary key 2, populate 4. You see, before I even head to forms, I'm past half of the marks I could get at this number. So filling in data, data types, primary keys, they are so important whenever you're doing database. The second one is Shama Shama with address 6, comma. The street is Dewington. Nice name, Dewington. Then 32140. The comment is urgent new job. Maybe someone has got an urgent new job and they want to live in that house. This is Jarrett is the name. Then 27, comma, Wakissha as the address. Then 34612. The comments taken. This one is already taken. This one is already taken. This one is already taken. Then another one is ASEAN 82, comma, Kla represents Kampala Road, capital city of Uganda. Then 35478. Then this is contracts ends soon. This person living in the house is soon ending their contract. This is mailer, a name. Mailer is in 10 address. Then old Kampala. Then 36725 sold. They have sold the house. Then water is a name. Then 50 Moyo. Water is in Moyo. And close. Okay. Then 37. Then 895. Quick sale required. Okay. Then Henry 910, comma, Ginger Roads 37896 and urgent new job. So this table is also filled with data. Now the house reference, if these numbers were following one another, it could be an automatic number if they are following one another, but they are not. That's why I give it a number data type, not an automatic number. So I could close the tables and then I straight away go to the question of a form. Design a form which should display the following fields. They've given you the fields. Now if you're designing a form in your relational data type, you should mind the fields you're putting in the form. You should mind the primary key you had in each table, and you should mind the foreign fields in the tables. Now for example, this form here, there are some fields that are both in actually there are fields from the owner's table and there are fields from the house table. So we're going to add all fields in the form by use of this method. Back to my work, we know that we create a form from create, then form design, and then add existing fields here. So if I click at add existing fields, I want to have show all tables. If I click at show all tables, I want to have two tables displayed because I've designed two tables. It is a relational database. So in the two tables, they want the following fields. The first field is house reference, and house reference is under this table. Click at house reference 2 times. Second field is house type. Click at house type 2 times. Third field is price. Click at price 2 times. Then area. Click at area 2 times. Then beds. Click at beds 2 times. After beds. So after beds, we head to name and address. Name here and address, and of which name and address are falling into this other table. So I open this other table, I click at, you see, when I click at name, they want me to specify a relationship. I've not yet related the tables because I've not been asked a relationship. But if you click at name and it displays this, I could click at one record in owner table matches many records in house table. I can click at this, I select the name I want, and the name I could match with this. If I look at name, the name could match a reference, and I click OK. There's a mismatch. We try to change, type. Okay, name, then address, name, address, name, address, name, address. Yes. So after adding all these, I could highlight from here. I push them to the center here. Just like the form I did in one of the past videos I've uploaded on my YouTube. The form can't really stop here because a learner is not really earning marks. So a form can have a button. I could draw a button here. Then I could rename this next, text, next, finish. Then I could rename this maybe previous, next, finish. And I'm not saying that it's always next and previous. You could decide to have 3 buttons. You could check in one of the previous videos I made some months back, 2 months back, about a form. You could see how a form can really look like. I could even put a heading. For example, I can draw a label here. A form that picks data in both tables. You can put a relational. Yes, it could be my heading or a form. Just the size. Okay. I could even right click at it. I give it a column, fill back column, color that does not cover the text. Right click, form header. I talked of all these in the previous videos. Back to this, I can draw. Maybe I can put a name. You can put a date. You can put a logo, etc. A logo can be any image you may have, but I don't have one as of now. I could stop at this. Even these footers could be changed color according to a learner's creativity. Yes. Now that is a form that was required, and it's having its fields. Yes. And if I save this, I can leave it as form 1 because I was not specified on the renaming. After all, it's only one form there in the entire database. Then next, create a query to display the area field called rich name and addresses. So I'm going to head to query. Let me close this. Then open the form. This is the form. Still loading the form. I think my form is empty. Push this on top here, somewhere here. back to design view. We delete these two. I see. Form header footer. Okay. Save it here. My form is not displaying anything. Anyway, I will do it. Let me first do this. Create a query to display the area field called rich name and addresses. Create a query to display the area field. The area field is located in this table. Area field is here. Let me first add both tables. Close the area field 2 times and addresses. Okay. Area field called rich. I'm looking for rich. I'm looking for you. Okay. Then I run rich, then addresses. I first close this. Let me even close the form. Back to this area, then addresses. Okay, let me first close this also. Go back to create, add, let me repeat it once more. Create, query design, both, add, area, then addresses. Then this is rich. I'm looking for rich. Okay. Let me save it as rich. Rich. Okay. And then I close. Create a report to display the following fields: name, address, home reference, house type. Now for the report, it's just under create, then report design, because they're not telling us to create a report from a query, they're telling us to create a report from the tables. So if it was a report from the query, it would have been a report wizard, but it's a report from the table. That's why I'm picking it from design, from create, then report design. So the report should have fields of name, address, etc. So after clicking at this, I'm going to look for add existing fields, and under this report, under design, add existing fields, show all tables. I open this table. There are fields I want from this table. They started with name. Let me start with this name. Then they went to address. They went to home reference. Okay. House type is here. And I could click at the second one, then I select I want house type, but house type can match address. Okay, house type, price. Okay, area, beds and garage. Okay, those are the fields that are required in the report. I could highlight all of them, then I push them to the center around here. Now reports may not have buttons. The report can't have buttons, because if you even try to draw buttons, they may not generate the commands. A report could just have this. I could just fill a color in my report, of course an appropriate one, and then maybe a heading. I can rename it a general report. Yes, I could rename it a general report. And then you could insert a date at your reports. You could insert a logo, a title. They are all here. Depending on what you want, with your report. So if I press Ctrl S, report 1, it's going to be generated here. If I open it, if I open the reports right here. Now if I go back to this, I first go back to the reports. Yes, if I go back to the report like such, was around here. Control P. Let me first go back to the form. A form had house reference, house type, price, house reference, house type, price, area, tab beds, name, address, name, then address. I could push this a little bit. So it's just the heading. Okay. Ctrl S, then I open the form. It's not working, it's not working, it's not working. First go and database tools. Let me give it a relationship. Let me relate the two so that I could have my work running. Let me pick this house reference, drop it here. Okay. Then create, close. Yes. Create form design, show all tables. The form had house reference, house type, price, area, beds, name, address. Name, address. Save. Let me first save this. Okay. Go back to design view. Highlight all of them, put them in the center like what I did. And then put some buttons there. Sorry. Put a button there. This is next, next, text, next, finish. Another button of previous, next, text, next, finish. Okay, then name it a relational form. Ctrl S. Okay, a relational form. Next, 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 previous. Okay. Right click, design view. Maybe I can give it a color. Give it a, oh, this one is so dark. Maybe I can give it this one. Okay. Then right click, form header, then date. Okay. If you want a header of maybe a name, sorry, delete this. I could draw it a label. Put this. Yes. Like I said, if you want a logo, you can click at a logo, then you select any image from the desktop, then you put it in your form. But I don't have any images for now. Let me just save this, and then I see if my form is really running. Yes, it is running. Okay. Having created a relationship, then reports. Let me close this. Let me redo it. I picked a report from create, then report design. A report should have the following fields. For example, it should have name, address, house reference. Now it should have name, address, house reference. What else? House type. Okay. What else? Price. After price, it can have area. After area, it can have beds and garage. So I could just drop this in the middle here, and then I could give it a label. For example, I could give it a label of a relational reports. Control S. Name it report 1. And if I open it, it's really displaying the data I wanted. At first, it wasn't displaying the data I wanted because I had not created this relationship here under database tools. Because if you don't create a relationship at a relational database, it may not capture some objects like what it was doing previously. But if you create one, then things could be better. I think that was all for this question of Wakissha paper 2 subsidiary ICT. And like I said in the previous video, if you want to print, open, Ctrl P, or you click here, you select the printer name, file, then print. Sorry. It's Ctrl P, then properties, then orientation, landscape. Okay, you print. Yes. Now that's all with the video. That's all with the video. A nice time. Keep on subscribing to my channel. Keep on viewing. Thanks a lot for the feedback. Thanks for the views. Bye bye.